Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Outdoor Fever. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about a very controversial issue that people have been kind of talking about recently on my channel and just in general about bass fishing. And that is fishing, spawning fish, spawning bass an issue, or is it unethical? And that is what I'm going to be talking to you about today. I'm going to be giving you guys some statistics, some research about it, and then I'm going to be going over my thoughts and that kind of thing. So let's get right into it. Oh crap, no drag. Oh, did you see that? You watch him eat it?
Yeah.
Oh no, he came off. I see him. Oh. All right, let's start with some stats. So this time of the year, it's a little bit early, but the bass will move up when the water temperature gets between 55 and 65 degrees, and they will start fanning out silt and grass and all that to get down to gravel and make beds. The males will typically move up first.
Another one from the snippet.
Got him. Yes. And wait for the females to come out. The females are normally your bigger fish that will drop the eggs. Once they drop the eggs, normally the males will protect and the females will move off a little bit. If you catch the male, occasionally the female will move onto the bed to protect until the male comes back down. There are a couple different things you can do when catching the male. You can either put them in your live well or just put them right back down on the bed, and those two things can help you catch that fish. It can make them more aggressive and just more passive about their bed and what's going on their bed. Once you catch those fish, it is immediately you have to get that fish back down on the bed, just for the sake of bass as a species. In my opinion, it is not a big deal or unethical that we fish during the spawn, because a lot of the time there's nobody on those beds except for the two bass. Occasionally you'll find a bed that there's a lot of bluegill on, or a lot of different predator fish that are around the bed that are looking for the perfect time to attack. And those are the kind of beds that you really want to stay away from and not fish, because that bed's as good as ruined as if you cast up on there and you catch that fish. So you really do not want to do that with those certain beds, but every other bed I think is perfectly fine to fish with. When fishing the bed, another thing you have to make note of is how many eggs there are that a female will drop. From my research, a smallmouth bass, and just bass in general, lay about 7,000 eggs per pound of that fish. So that can mean like a 5-pound smallmouth is laying just about 35,000 eggs. And like, I believe 3 or 4 of those will make it to 3 pounds. So that is a very small number, and it really shows you how much like a 5-pounder really truly is a unicorn and that kind of thing. But you really want to protect these beds if you're going to fish them. I always fish beds. It's the greatest thing for me. I love fishing bass on beds. It's just super easy, really fun. You can really learn what those fish are like their aggression and different things like that. And it can really teach you a lot about fishing certain lures, different styles of lures, and how fish will react. It's also a great way to get some really, really cool footage while you're fishing. A lot of people say that it's unethical because you're going to ruin that bed if you catch that fish. That fish is not going to want to go back on that bed, or that bed is going to get raided and all this stuff. But if any of you have ever done it and not just made the opinion off of no facts, no experience, no research, you would find that that's not true at all. Every time that I catch a fish, 95% of the time, that fish goes right back down onto that bed, and that bed isn't touched. You catch them, you take a picture, and you send it right back down on the bed within a minute. That is the way you have to do it to catch these fish, to make sure that you keep having fish to go after in the coming years. And for generations to come. When another thing about bed fishing that a lot of people don't realize is what I said earlier about there always being a male and a female. Just because you don't see a bass on that bed doesn't mean there's not one in the area that's protecting that bed. When you catch the male, that female is going to move up, and vice versa if you catch the female, if that female is guarding that bed. There's just a lot of different things like that that you can do just kind of to know that that bed is gonna be okay and that it's not unethical. I think that fishing beds is perfectly ethical if you are paying attention and you're doing it the right way, getting those fish right back down on the bed and not targeting those certain beds that have been swamped with bluegill all the way around them, because the second you pull that fish off the bed, all those bluegills are going to attack it. Like, I've had that happen a couple times, and it's just not the greatest thing that you want to happen, and it really wastes a couple of beds, and then that fish isn't even on there. Another thing you have to take into consideration with this topic is the amount of stress that those bass are in, especially once you catch them. Once you catch them, you need to leave that fish alone because they're just already under so much stress to guard that bed and keep everything off of it, that you catching them just puts them in a really, really high stress level, and you really just want to leave them alone, get your boat away from them, all that kind of thing, to make sure that they're as stress-free as they can be when finishing the spawning cycle. Right after the spawn, it's another great time to go fishing. They're really looking to eat. They're just really aggressive, really hungry right after the spawn, and you can get a lot of fish post-spawn to bite. One thing that a lot of people don't know, that I've seen a couple different YouTubers do, like Bama Bass, he got these tiny little circles. You fill them with gravel, and they have holes in the sides. They're like big, almost like a water pail for like chickens or dogs or that kind of thing. So you put gravel on the top, those bass will spawn, and then immediately when those fry hatch out of their eggs, they'll swim underneath into those holes, and they'll be perfectly protected from bluegill and that kind of thing, because those bluegill can't fit in those holes, and then the bass can just protect and go along their merry way. And it's just a great thing to help out the spawning cycle even more. But yeah, that's my opinion on fishing the spawn. It's one of my favorite times. It's right around the corner. I can't wait to get you guys some really cool footage of underwater eats this year, to running a couple different cameras, an underwater camera this year. It's gonna be a great time. I don't think it's unethical. I'm gonna keep doing it. It's a great way to fish. So guys, please keep watching. Tell me your thoughts on this issue. It's very controversial. I hear a lot of people debating over it, and it's a great topic to debate, to just go back and forth on, because there's a lot of different opinions out there and a lot of different experiences out there. So yeah, please like the video, subscribe if you want to see fishing content, more content like this, all that kind of thing. Leave me a comment down below, and thank you guys for watching. We're going to keep this stuff coming. We're going to be fishing a ton in the next couple weeks, and we're going to be out chasing after some turkeys. So yeah, keep fishing. Please subscribe. We're trying to get to that goal of like 750 by the end of the year. That's what I'm saying right now. You guys are doing a really good job of watching my videos. I really appreciate all the support I'm getting. So yeah, please keep watching, subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Share it with other people you know that like watching fishing videos. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll wrap this one up. I know it's a little bit of a longer video, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. See ya.